Okay, can I get your guys' attention, please? We're going to get started. This topic, of course, is on team building, and we've got Danielle Sams here to present from us. She's a regional human resource manager from Trinity Industries, and she's been with Trinity Industries for about 8 years, and she oversees HR function at 4 plants. She's the 2013 president of the Southeast Texas Human Resource Association, and she's the head coach of Southeast Texas Special Olympics rodeo team, and was also 2009 Miss Texas. So if you guys would help me welcome Miss Danielle Sams.
Welcome everyone. Who's had to come to one of these seminars before with me presenting? Wow, you had to show up again. Thank you so much for coming back. Come on in. Welcome everyone. Today's team building is a little different topic for me. Usually I get to teach, what did I teach Brittany last time? Come on, Brittany, I'm putting you on the spot. First steps, okay? Which is like resumes and stuff. And today is team building, and team building, like nobody wants to teach, okay? I'm gonna be honest. Nobody wants to teach it, so I was kind of hoping no one would show up. I'd be done in 30 minutes, and we'd be out of here. But then I talked to Miss Angie. She said we could be done in 30 minutes, not a problem. They're all quick learners, so I was good with that. And then she said they're all accountants. So we might be here like an hour, hour and a half, okay? So keep the questions to them. If you need to text or anything, use the restroom, just go. I don't have any major rules or anything. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So team building. Have you guys had any workshops with that before? Y'all are like super quiet. Okay. Yes, thank you. You guys can talk. This is for you, not for me. I already have my job. You guys are at that point. Are you guys juniors and seniors? Is that who I'm talking to? What year? Who's juniors? Seniors? Who has their dream job? Like 2, that's it? So everyone else is trying to get to that point. And you guys are all in college, so I'm assuming that you're wanting to get the manager job, right? So today when I talk to you, I'm going to be talking to you like you already are the manager, and then we're trying to build your team, okay? There are 2 teams in life that are the most important things. If you can master building that team, you're going to be very successful. First team, you need a teammate. Anyone know what the most important team is in your entire life? I'll give you a hint. Your spouse. Okay, so anyone, you guys are accountants. What are the statistics on picking your spouse and having it last?
1, 2.
Very low. Do you want to know? Last year, with all the marriages, it was a 62% divorce rate. So you can see we are awesome at picking our teams, right? So that's the first one. What's the second team you need to be good at to be successful in life?
Cowboys are going to be here somewhere.
No, the Cowboys. We're going to talk about the Cowboys later. It's going to be a short talk. The second one is work. Like I said, you guys are all managers. For you to be successful as a manager, you need to be able to pick your team. Because if your team sucks, guess what's going to happen to you and your job? Yeah, you're going to be fired. What should they do with okay, I'm a Yankee. I'm from Chicago, okay? So let's talk about the Cowboys for a minute. What should they do with their coach? Fired, okay? The same thing in business. Same thing all day. If your spouse stinks, what do? Fire them too, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So today, everyone in this room, you're managers. So there's 2 things that happen to you as a manager. So pretend you're walking in, you got your favorite job, okay? Big money, fancy office. Your CEO walks in. If you guys are managers, then today I'm the CEO. Okay, so I'm your CEO. I walk in, and I'm going to do 1 or 2 things to you. I'm going to say, here's your team. I've already hired them. This is your team. Good luck. Now, if your team messes up, who's in trouble?
You.
Yeah, not me, it's you. Okay. The second scenario is I say you have 4 positions. You can hire whoever you want. So that's cool. You can pick your team, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to teach you how to pick your team. But if you pick your own team, who's in trouble if they mess up and if they stink? You are, okay? So it's very important that you know that and that you also know how to pick your team. Today we have just a little bit of time, so we're not going to go too deep into it. We're just going to kind of scratch the surface. If you have any questions or if I go too fast, let me know. So the first thing when you're picking a team, what should we know? Well, let's see what happens. I need the smartest person in the room for team building to come forward. Thank you. This guy, give him a hand. He's the smartest guy. We're going to see how he does. We're just going to throw him in here. You came to another seminar. Oh, shit. He's really smart. Okay, I need you to pick 2 people for your team. From here.
Okay.
You want me to help you? I'm the CEO. You're my manager. Pick me a team.
I'm tight.
Oh, he's clever. Wow. Please
I know
note
you're
he's the
smart.
smartest. Who do you point at? Oh, you're smart. Okay. Well, come on, join him.
Class.
Awesome. Okay. Talk about this morning. What's your name?
Right.
Brian. Oh, Brian. Okay, Brian has picked his team. Let me tell you something. Brian has picked his team like all of my managers pick their team. I tell them, hey, HR, we just opened up a few positions. Pick your team. So then Brian, you saw him get all excited. He's like, I'm the smartest man in the room. And then he goes and he picks his people. So now, Brian, you are, why don't you read that to everyone? What are you? What is your job, Brian? What are you?
I'm a manager of Hooters models.
Brian, great selection.
That's right.
Okay, so you did good. You did good. I think differently. Okay. No, you can have it as a souvenir. So I'm going to tell you, we laugh, but a lot of managers do that very thing. They do exactly what Brian did. So the first thing, you need to know what?
What's your managing?
Bingo. Everyone gets that title and they get so excited. They get the title and they get the salary and they're like, woo, here we go. Okay? Very important. You need to know your goals. You need to sit down with your CEO and say, what do you expect from my team? What are your expectations? What are my goals? And also, when do I have to have it done by? Okay? Very important. Because once again, if your team loses, guess what happens to you in your career? Anyone know the unemployment rate in Southeast Texas? Right now we're fluctuating, between 6 and 8%. So if you fail, guess what I'm going to do as an HR person? I'm going to move on because there's a whole lot. Look at all the accountants. How many are accountants? I want to see my accountants. Okay, so if you fail as an accountant, guess what? You're hired, sister. I'm going to get rid of them because it makes them look bad. So it's very important. The second thing, this is where everyone messes up too. So you got to hire yourself a staff. You're managers. What kind of staff do we want to hire ourselves? What do you need to be successful? Everyone needs an admin. Okay? If your boss says you can have one person on your team, get yourself an admin. Because without an admin, I wouldn't even be here today. I'd be probably at Hooters, somewhere else. I wouldn't know where to go. And I will tell you, she's probably embarrassed, but my admin that saved my rear for years, Amy, love Amy, that's Amy in the back, she was awesome. So I had an admin. But this is how managers also mess up, okay? They hire someone that's like what? The guy that came up here, what'd you notice? You hire someone that is just like who? Just like you, okay? Because you're comfortable with that type of person. So you get people, they hire someone like them, and then if I hired someone like myself that doesn't keep track of time and isn't organized and I don't like to file stuff, so if I hire someone like that, what happens to my team? Am I successful? No, I need to hire my opposite, kind of like opposites track sort of thing. You need to focus on hiring someone that does and likes to do everything you don't like to do. That's the secret to success. So right now, because she's not here today, she was supposed to be here, my admin, she just thinks filing is the coolest thing, and she puts the little stickers at the top of the tabs. She can sit there and listen to that iPod thing for hours and do that. Myself, I can do it for maybe 2 seconds, and I'm like ADHD throwing it the other way going. Okay? So when you guys are accountants, so you guys are like number crunchers, is that what y'all do? Yeah, you guys are number crunchers. So you're going to need someone like me to go to the meetings and make it exciting, because you guys are accountants.
Whoa.
My whole list here is like, don't be like the accountants. You know how boring accountants are? Okay? It's like that. So don't be that accountant. So you guys are going to have that opposite personality. And I tell everyone, someone asks me, where do I work? I work in like a produce department. I work with fruits, nuts, and vegetables. So when you're hiring your people, that's the kind of staff you need. You always need the fruity person. The person's bouncing around the office like my old admin, like the girl in the back, Amy. She's the most bubbly. You know, I'm coming in, I'm on fire, so I'm going to cut them up, tear them up. And she's like, hi. So she's really nice. Then you need the vegetable, the accountant. Dressed kind of like this guy in the front row. They're usually clean cut, and they're perfect. They're like the engineer accountant types. That's the vegetables. And then you got to have that nutty person. So just like I tell you, just like a salad would be so boring with just lettuce. Okay? Don't hire an office of lettuce. You have to have a fruit salad. So if there's one thing you remember from this seminar, hire a fruit salad. Got it? We're good? Fruit salad. Okay. And we were going to do personality types, so you know what to hire. That goes back to all that accounting boring stuff, so we're going to want to skip that. Okay, now we're going to skip to the do not. Now, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so you can apply these to spouses, okay? And once again, I don't know why they picked me for team building. Should have been my whole spouse thing, divorce thing, I'm not doing so hot on. So I'm going to try my best. Okay, team building. The do not do's that they want to talk about. Don't rush. So many managers get in there, they get the rec sign, they get to hire people, and they go in and they see someone breathing, and they're like a body to fill the desk that gets to get me coffee, right? So they hire them, okay? Then that person's a pain in the butt and they're not qualified. Do not rush to hire. There are so many people looking for jobs right now. You can be picky. And by the time you guys graduate and have those perfect management jobs that we're talking about, you can still be picky. Okay? So you can be picky. Don't rush. The next one. Is everyone here from Southeast Texas? Is anyone not from Southeast Texas? Where are you from? Well, that's south of us. Anyone from any Yankees in the house? Where are you from?
New York.
How the heck did you end up here? Sorry to put you on the spot. For school, you came here just for the school? You're the only one? Anyone else? Okay, so we have one Yankee. We'll keep him after class. Okay. So Southeast Texas, when they say you're getting a position at the plants are the big high-dollar jobs, right? Everyone wants to work in a plant. What do they say? It's not what you know, it's... Okay? Let's break this... Probably have stuff thrown at me. Let's break the cycle of that. Do you know why there's so many problems in the plants? And when I consult with the plants and their HR departments and legal teams, that's the biggest problem they have. Because they've hired on the Southeast Texas Friends and Family website. Which we don't really have one, but you know how it is. It's who you know. Do you guys believe that's true? Yes. And it's harder for you guys. So, just so you know, I'm out there preaching to these employers, don't hire based on family. Look at you Lamar people. Who is related to someone that works in a plant in a high position? You guys are like, lucky! Who is it and needs a job at the plant making $150 start now? Everyone else in the room, right? You need those contacts. So we're actually preaching to these employers, don't hire on the family circuit. Because then we have something called nepotism going on. So when you guys are managers, is it easier to live with someone that you know or you don't know, like friends and family? They become a pain in the butt. They drive you crazy. All their little bad habits, they just keep on escalating, and it's horrible. When you work with them, it's not any better. Is anyone in here married? Oh, wow, you said that proud. Anyone here divorced? Amy! Thank you. Okay, so with that, do you want your spouse with you all the time? Could you work with your spouse and then go home and take care of him? She's like, no. Okay? It's the same thing. I can't harp on this enough. When you guys hire someone, hire for credentials. The comfort zone hire, we already talked about that when Brian came up here. There's Brian, and he's picking his comfort zone. The next class that you guys should take after this, am I on camera? This is my Lamar commercial. Okay, y'all, bear with me. Lamar offers a class. It's called True Colors. It's a personality profiling class. You should all take it. It'll help you with the rest of your lives. Thank you. Okay, that's my little marker. You really do need to take that class because it helps you work with crazy people. Because we all think we're normal and everyone else is crazy. Like the accountants. You know how they like walk around like this and they're really stiff and they just sit there and they do their things? And then you have the other people, they don't wear matching socks and they're having a good time and they don't have to have everything planned out. Okay? Here's an example. The personality. Has anyone been to the colors class that Lamar offers? You can sign up after the class today, out front. Okay, and they're by colors. Okay? The orange are the crazy people. They're loud, they have a good time, they can be in front of people, happen to be orange. Where do we squeeze the toothpaste? The end?
In the middle.
Genius right in front. Yes, an orange personality does it like that. Now the accountants are the green personalities, okay? How do they do their toothpaste?
They have that little thing that you push up.
Oh my God, that thing is so annoying. I have a friend that has that thing. The first time I looked, I was like, what in the heck? And you know what? I looked both ways, and I was like, right in the middle. Use that thing all you want, accountant. Okay. So yes, you're right. So accountants, they use that little thing, or they just squeeze it from the end.
And they will if they don't have that.
Okay. And then let's just say, then you have like your blue personalities, and they're emotional. And if I like pizza, they like pizza. If I want to go to Whiskey River, they'll come to Whiskey River. And they're just so loving and affectionate. They like to hold hands. And when you go stay at their house, and they say, well, here's my toothpaste, and then you hand it back, how do they do it? Whatever way you did it. They just cater to you. So that's that other personality, okay? So basically, the business class you guys need to go to after this, it's a class showing you how to put up with that. Besides drinking, okay? That's not the way to do it, okay? So it teaches you how to work with these people, because especially accountants, when you go into the workforce and to have a successful team, you have to be able to work with all these different people. And right now, I can just look around the room, and you guys are hanging out with what? People you're comfortable with. You stay in that comfort zone. So I can't stress to you enough, when you get out of here, when you go do things, go sit with different people when you guys are in that big fancy cafeteria. Go talk to different groups of people, because to be successful, you're going to have to be able to work with all types and all kinds of people. Goes back to that whole salad, fruits, nuts, and vegetables. You're going to have to be able to work with all types of people to be successful. And you're going to have to come out of your bubble and learn how to, basically how to tolerate all those different types of people. And that's what's hard. It's very hard. I mean, I drink coffee, that's my thing, and then after work, I go south. Number 4, they have this labeled as something, but basically, look around the skin. What's it called? You know, they wear all the black makeup on their eyes and their fingernails. Like emotional. Emos! Don't hire people. You can hire emos. That's cool. I love them. But don't make a hiring decision based on emotion or work decisions based on emotion. I did that once. I mean, this lady came in. It wasn't Amy, but this lady came in, and she was like, my dog died. My mom is sick. I mean, it was good. It was like a country song. She laid it on thick, and I'm like, you're hired. And I gave her $1 more an hour, so then she didn't want to leave. It was horrible. But a lot of people do that. So as I went around, and part of my human resources and research and stuff is a lot of people do that. And that's what some people that are smart getting their jobs, they come in there and they hire based on emotion. So that's one extreme. Now let me tell you my pet peeve as an HR person. Okay, so I'm the sympathetic hire. I hire the Charlie Brown people. I date the Charlie Brown. That's me, okay? Then you have the emotional men executives that also fall into the stereotypes. When they hire their admins, the smartest, fastest typing people, what do you think they look like? He's smiling in front row. He's already got his admin pick. She's about this tall. She's got blonde hair. She's skinny. Looking good? Yeah. That's another emotional hire that could eventually get you in trouble. Okay, I'm not saying they're not beautiful and they're not wonderful. But I'm saying outside your office it looks pretty. But you can't hire on emotion. Okay, so don't do that. I've done it. Just a little fact. When I first became an executive,
many years ago. In 3 years, but you can take out 1 year, how many admins did Danielle chew up and spit out? Now remember, this is when I was horrible. This is back in my day. This is when I first became a Brian, and I was picking a team, and I was not so good at it.
7.
I was just about to say
Kidding?
12.
By breakfast.
14.
Oh, close.
All right. 17.
15.
Close enough.
15! 15! And I was like, man, these people are morons. Then I realized, I'm like, oh crap, it's me. So, for you guys, some bosses, don't tolerate that. So you guys got to make sure you pick right from the get-go. Because if you pick the wrong person, this person's also wasted their time. Okay? They've wasted their time for building your team. And my last one. Oh, this is probably my favorite one, and Amy knows it. Okay, as a boss, you guys watch that, what's that Donald Trump show where he goes,
The Apprentice?
yes, The Apprentice. You guys can't be afraid to know when you've gone too far, it's done. Okay? And then here's the words you need to learn, okay? It's not working out. I'm going to have to let you go. That's about the nicest way you can say it. You're fired, okay? Say what you got to say. But there comes a time where we make excuses for people. We have made the mistake. We selected the wrong person, and we're stuck with this person. But then there comes a time where it's going to be the coach or it's going to be the athlete. What do we pick? The coach! We stay. We keep our job. So guess who goes? The employee. Pull the trigger. Do not. Who's the Cowboys coach? I don't even know who you are. Who's the Cowboys coach? Okay, someone on the Cowboys needs to start pulling some triggers, right? You're like, whatever. You need to start pulling triggers. They stink. They're horrible. So as a boss, what I'm telling you is pull the trigger. Shoot. Don't be scared to shoot. Ask your HR professional first. But once you get the approval, get rid of them. That applies for spouses too. Just saying. I know you guys have several passport classes. Do you guys get to pick which ones you go to?
No.
Oh, you guys have to go? Painful. Love it. Okay. When you go to them, make sure you go to, like we talked about, sales class you need to go to for management. Sales class I want you to go to. Also personality classes, especially accounting, to be able to work with others. That's what's going to make you successful. Who has internships for the summer? You own the business. Are you the business owner? That family owns a business? Isn't that you? Family owns a business. Yeah, so you got the internship. Who is looking for an internship actively saying? No one wants internships? As an accountant, I know everyone in here is in accounting. As an accountant, after your sophomore year, you qualify for area internships. I have one. I think they start about $35,000, and they do work around your schedule. So if you are interested in that, get their name and stuff, and we will help you with your internships. I have 2 from Lamar right now that are awesome. We work around your schedule, especially in the summer. So come see me. If there's any other field besides accounting in here? Marketing, management, people. Same thing applies for you. The casinos are great. You guys need to start now. It's always an advantage for us to hire interns. Anyone know why?
Experience.
It's good experience for you, but I'm thinking of me. I'm the employer. Why for me?
Cheap.
Cheaper! Love it. You guys are cheaper. We can abuse you. But it's how you get your foot in the door. I have spent a year with my intern, so when I really post the job out there, who's going to get it? And she's still going to be a little bit cheaper because she's a new grad. But there are several internships getting ready to open up, so this is the time to jump on it for the summer. So if you would, write your name and write what marketing, accounting, whatever you're interested in, and we'll start internships. And they start out in this area between about $27,000 and $35,000, and they're pretty much just salary abuse jobs. Does anyone have any questions for me? Anyone? Oh, yes, sir.
I've always been told that surrounding yourself with intelligent people can help you
Get
progress
smarter.
progress in whatever objectives you have. Would you agree with that statement?
Yes and no, it depends on what you do with it. I keep hanging out with all the skinny people and I still got a little extra. It depends on what you do with it. I mean, because I hang out with smart people, that means it's going to rub off. But that would be my answer. Anyone else?